Right, so this wasn't actually a comment on one of my posts. I believe it was a comment on Mechanical Tension Lovers' post about the best ways to research, essentially. And I was just scrolling through because I was just intrigued to see what people would say. And obviously I saw this comment and it kind of flagged up to me. So when you learn about the pyramidal scale for research papers, so it starts with like in vitro, in vivo papers at the bottom, then all the way at the top you have meta-analyses. That is fairly foundational in that you learn that very early on for topics that cover research methods and statistics. And it can be extremely misleading. So this was first proposed, so the pyramid of evidence, by the Canadian Task Force in the 1970s as just a basic way of deciphering what's the most reliable types of research. Even back then, you'd have like expert opinion at the bottom. So obviously it's changed significantly since then. But then, come late 1990s, early 2000s, when it came online, Betty Wagner and colleagues used this and adopted it into evidence-based medicine, essentially, and we then had the proposed pyramid of evidence, or hierarchy of evidence. But the important thing to recognise is this hierarchy of evidence was never meant for evidence-based medicine, not even science-based lifting. It's a broad assumption based on the publication type of a paper that this one will be better than this one, when it is definitely not the case. If you understand how meta-analyses work, in that you do a database search, then you do screening, and then you do statistical analyses based on those papers, you're not really going through and going, nah, that's a bad paper, I'm not going to use that. You just include it if it's within your inclusion criteria and doesn't meet your exclusion criteria. That's all it is. You can't be picky and go, nah, I don't like that one because it's got bad methodology. You have to include it. Obviously, in the limitations, you can include that, oh, this paper was whatever, had the limitations, like all papers do, but you're not going to guarantee that a paper is better than another just because it's a meta-analysis. It's not going to happen. I guarantee you'd get a lot more information and groundbreaking information from individual papers, so randomized control trials in particular, than meta-analyses.